You are darkest. I wait for the light, and I have tried my hardest, but nothing that I do makes you shine.
Hey guys, I believe that was a foul in the intro, so we're just going to blow through this game real quick and post another rack in the second half of the video. And it's awfully noisy in here today, so you can hear me. I'm going to turn down the background chatter. And this is why I don't like making the 1 on the break, because we're at the mercy of the 2, which is a combination on the 8. I don't like it, but we're facing another combination on the 4-7. And then after shooting the 4, we have to get back down table on the 5. The 5 will go if you have the right cut shot in the bottom right hand corner. You don't have to break these balls out. And to get down at 5, I'm going to cut the 4 ball a little bit loose and try to get back down table on the 5. To shoot that without fouling. Unfortunately, I do believe I failed, because the 9 ball would not have moved at all if I hit it right. And I'm looking at it, and I can see it's really, really close, and I didn't get the greatest angle. Plus, I'm on the rail, and I'm jacked up, so it's making it tough. Yeah, but that was a foul. So now I'm going 3 rails back down table on the 9. You can get anywhere on this table and make the 9 ball, so don't cut the cue ball loose too much. A lot of guys, amateurs, overshoot that, and they find a way to get, on the wrong side of the 9 ball. And yeah, well, there you go. And like I said, we're just going to blow through that one. Now we're actually going to analyze a rack.
'Cause it's quiet. Oh, but I can't feel the silence anymore.
If you're in a match or a tournament or in any kind of position where you have to break from the box, your best bet is a cut break. Now I bring the cue ball back to the right hand side of the table on a cut break, but that's not what Federer and all the top pros are doing. They're cut breaking and going off the rail and back into the stack in an attempt to make the 9 on the break, and it's working for some of them. If you watch the Derby, you saw it 2 or 3 times in a row, and it's going to get old real quick. So you can expect them to change the rules on this to something like the 9 on the break has to be spotted and doesn't count, or whatever they do, but they will change the rules to make this system irrelevant, because they're getting it down to science. And it's kind of fun to watch the first 3 or 4 times, but when it starts happening every game and every tournament, it's going to get real old. Now, regardless of all that, I didn't actually hit a power break, but I hit the balls hard and just tried to pull the cue ball back to center table, and it didn't work at all. I broke dry and it just came up with no balls pocketed on the break, so technically it would be my opponent's rack here, which I probably wouldn't have minded, because this looks like a cluttered mess, and at first this is going to look, like I don't want anything to do with it. But if you think it through, it's really not as bad as it looks, and it's important to see it for what it is, not what it looks like at first glance, because that's just going to fill your head with negativity and looking to play safe when you really didn't have to. Just like life, pool sometimes calls for creative problem solving, and this is a great problem solver here. Most of my focus is on this mess, not this mess. Once I get right on the 2, we got some serious problems down here. Number 1, you can't make the 3 ball straight into the pocket without fouling and hitting the 4 ball first. But the solution is not to shoot the 3 ball straight into the pocket. You're actually aiming on the carom off the 9 ball, and the 3 ball will naturally wind up in the pocket. As for the 9 ball, it'll be out of your hair and over here. Now you're clear to shoot both the 4 and the 6 straight into the pocket. Now, before we get to that, we have to get right on the 2 so we can have a shot, which means getting down table on the right-hand side of the table in order to be able to shoot that 3 ball carom off the 9. So let's take care of that first, and this is going to take a stroke, a really kind of delicate stroke where you're actually focusing on spinning whitey off the top rail and sharply off the left-hand rail to come back between the 2 and the 7 ball. I wind up hitting the 7 ball just a little bit, but it doesn't interrupt the flow of the cue ball, and I get perfect on the 2 for a shot in the left-hand side and a slight angle, so that should get me down table and in position for the 3 ball. If you use a poke stroke on this 1 ball shot, if you get excited and tense up, it's just not going to work. If you slam it, it's not going to work either. And this is a really good shot to set up and practice and make your own drill out of it, because you really have to focus on keeping your stroke straight and fluid and following through in order to spin that cue ball counterclockwise so it grabs that left hand rail and kind of throws it down table. And this also takes extreme bottom right hand English to do it right. And here's how we wind up on the 2. And then the 3 for the carom off the 9, and then after the 3 ball shot, we are left with this on the 4 ball. And now the balls are open for you to do your thing, and we're shooting the 4 ball with top left to spin it off the bottom rail and the left-hand side rail to get right on the 5. And when I shoot the 5, you might question why I didn't do much with the cue ball, and all I really want is a shot on the 6 ball between the 7 and the 8. It's a big enough window to do pretty much anything I want if I get right on the 6, so I don't push my luck and I just cinch the 5 in an effort to keep it simple, which means just bouncing off the bottom rail and back up table a little bit on the 7, and just stunning it over for the right hand side of the 8 ball line. Use the left hand rail to bounce back over to the right hand side of the table for the 9 ball. As I said, there's not too many mistakes to point out, so I'm pointing out the things I did right so I can drill through your head to practice these shots a little bit more than you normally would. Appreciate you guys. We're going to play the whole thing in the loop back and go out the door with Ira Wolf again. Thanks for joining me. Peace.
Someone who gives a damn. I don't know why I'm giving all my time to a boy who won't be a man. I swore up and down that I could, but now I'm not sure that I can. 'Cause a person has a limit of just how much indifference they'll stand. Don't I deserve feeling like I'm worth someone who gives a damn? I don't know why I'm wasting all my time on a boy who won't be a man. I have loved, I do love, and surely I'll just keep on loving you. But now it's from a distance. This apathy is something I can't do. 'Cause I deserve someone